Andrew here is there to talk about why dudes don't want boss chicks. Guarantee all of these girls on the panel are boss chicks, so this should be fun.
About you that you think is so great a man should turn over his entire wallet to you?
I'm looking for a partner. I didn't say I want someone to turn over his entire wallet to me. And you're taking this out of context because I'm telling you that I've had to be a boss babe by choice because I don't have parents, I don't have anyone else, and
You had to be a boss babe by choice.
I had to be a boss babe out of desperation, out of survival.
Well, then that's
Because
not a choice.
I had to survive.
Okay.
Well, I could have gone into drugs. I could have, my life could have gone in a lot of different ways, but I pulled myself out of it and made a successful career. I raised an amazing son, and I've put him.
First thing I want to say is that there's nothing wrong with being successful, but like she just mentioned she has a kid, so that's a couple of red flags right there. Boss babe means that she wants to be the boss and wants to be in control of everything. So we find that very common in society today, especially in the workforce. A lot of chicks out there just they don't know how to be feminine anymore because they just want to be in control of everything. That's what society tells them. They tell them you can have it all. You can work full time and uh, maintain a relationship, and then pop out some Xerox copies, and you know your ass to that work all the time. And you're gonna have to put the kid in daycare or whatever. You can still have it all, which is another lie that people fall for all the time. But I find that shit to be amusing. And it starts pretty young, honestly, I think. I honestly believe that girls get told this type of stuff as early as maybe 17, 18, or when they're about to get, right when they're entering like the workforce and all that. All it takes is like maybe an older person to whisper in their ear, like, hey, you're young and hot, you can have it all. All these dudes are going to eat out of your finger when you're young and hot, which is true for the most part, unless he's unplugged from the system, which honestly, it's rare. I mean, I think I'm one of the few exceptions. Yeah, it's rare, but like, I don't like boss chicks. I've encountered quite a few of them over the years, and those boss always get drop kicked because they're freaking annoying. They always gotta be the one in control. So like that, what video was talking about with it, those annoying broads talking about marriage with Brian. I'm like, there's no compromise, sweetheart. It's either what I say or you hit the road. There's no compromise. And that's another example of a boss chick. What she wants. I don't give a flying at what she wants. She's with me. She's with me. It's that she can't handle that. And she knows what the door is. I'm like, don't let it hit you. It's like, yeah, important thing to know, guys. This is a little off topic, but it's still important. Very important aspect you need to know is that you get to give these broads free will. Whether she's with you or not, you give her the option to leave at any time. You'll be amazed at what chicks will do when they have that type of freedom. Be amazed. Sometimes they'll leave and don't come back. Other times they'll come back for more. In which case, they're already moved on anyway, or just don't give a fuck. Either way, I don't really care. But boss chicks, aka career chicks, yeah, they are the worst, in my opinion. Just, yeah. I don't think boss chicks are dateable. This one right here, your tells she's already over the hill, past her expiration date. So it's no wonder she's like, oh, I'm looking for a partner. She's looking for a sucker. which Andrew will again mention in this video. She's looking for a sucker that she can control, like a puppet on a string. It's the most boss chick to look for. Looking for the guy that she's pictured in her head as the guy to be part of the play she has in her mind. That's what boss chicks are looking for. And sometimes they'll find that guy. Other times they will fall for the bad boy who's used to being by himself or whatever and try to change him, which will never work. Which most souls find out the hard way, unfortunately. Never works. Like, stop wasting your time. It never works. Well, I'll get him to be more social. I'll get him to talk to people more. I'll get him to want to marry me. Like, no, you won't. Well, if he's a sucker, then yeah, he'll fall for your crap. But if he's unplugged and aware how shit works in the real world, you don't stand a chance.
Through school, and I'm still putting him through school, and I'm still providing for
What
him
was the thing? What was
So
the thing
you're-
that forced this necessity exactly?
because I don't have parents. They died
Yeah,
when
but
I
I
was
mean, there's a
young.
lot of people who don't have parents, including a lot of women, don't end up becoming boss babes. What made you have to actually be a boss babe?
Because I had to take care of my son.
Yeah, why would that require being a boss? Well, what is a boss babe first? of all?
Career
What is
chick.
that?
A woman that's successful in her career.
Strong, independent.
That's it. Well, I mean,
This is true. This is. Oh man. Like I made a joke about this chick at the jump up. This strong, independent dog. What I find funny is that chicks don't expect dudes to say that shit out loud. Catches them off guard. They're like, I don't need your help. I'm like, all right, have it your way. Do it yourself. See ya. Because like when you walk away and mean it, they don't know what to do with themselves. Because they're so used to dudes just giving them mindless attention. Because she's wearing short shorts or a tight blouse. It's always the one guy that doesn't care that ends up getting most of her attention or gets her intrigued at the most. Yeah, nothing wrong with being successful, but the problem is again, this post-wall broad here is looking for a sucker. She's not going to admit that out loud. She's looking for a sucker. Seems to be common with the single mommy thing out there. Looking for someone to rescue her. And her big-headed kids. No dude's balls. Watch out for those dudes. Watch out for those chicks, guys.
but that would include basically just any woman who has a job and is held in, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, how's that being a boss?
Yeah, but
babe?
but for someone to be able to survive on her own income and raise a kid in Los Angeles, that's pretty boss in my opinion.
Or it could just mean you're lucky and you just know what you're doing. Doesn't mean you have to be boss. And this is the type of thing that has turned dudes away. You hear that type of talk from a chick, I'm not gonna go anywhere near your child ass. Like, can you raise the kid in Los Angeles? On a little income, blah blah blah. I'm like, good for you. Who cares? Sure anyone with the same mental determination can do the same thing. Doesn't make him a freaking boss. Just means they're responsible.
What makes that boss?
Because I made it work and I didn't take money from anyone else.
Yeah, I'm not sure
TTS
though.
is 100.
So let's back up a little bit.
Hmm.
So you're raising the kid by yourself. This is because you're.
I mean, financially,
you-
so his dad did help a little bit in high school, but financially, the burden.
I'd say that helps a lot since the kid got here. But that's besides the point. Let me guess, the daddy's not in the picture. He was an a-hole. Don't tell me he was an a-hole. Never listened to her. Never let her have her way. Didn't tolerate her orders. But she opened her legs nice and wide anyway, right? It's classic. It's like, listen, I remember Tom Likas telling us all the time. It's so freaking funny because it's true. This chick right here is a prime example. She says she's a boss, but some dude out there was a freaking a-hole and got her hot. And I'm guessing he left her or something. Probably was someone younger. No doubt of that. I wish that helped a little bit. I'd say it helped a lot. The kid wouldn't be here without him. So now what?
burden has been on me.
Okay, got you. And then, but you've had.
But yeah, this broad is looking for a sucker. That's the bottom line. For some of these chicks, it's basically like casting a play. Especially if she's over like 25 and she's about to hit the wall. The clock's ticking and the meter's running out. The parking meter's running out. And she finds some dude to try to like, oh, he'll do. Well, I can just get him to sign this on this dotted line. So he can get no benefits for himself. Pop out some kids and make him a financial slave for 20 years. Not longer than that. Collect my breath, board, and vagina moly. And she's on her way. Early retirement. That's what she's looking for. She said she raised the kid by herself. She's still looking for somebody to reel in. Now I'm going to take a wild guess she's in her 40s, maybe older. Because she cleaned herself up pretty well. But I doubt she looks like that in the morning. So.
You've had joint custody, all of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he-
So he's still in the picture. But let me guess, they're divorced.
He's a good father. He's a good father. He's just not financially, he wasn't a good provider.
But he was good enough for you to open your legs, right? These chicks do not take any kind of accountability for anything. Like, oh, what's on the guy? In this case, I would say she's as responsible because the only one that can bring a kid into the world is her. As far as like the action, no. Even if she gets knocked up, she cannot choose not to have it. If she chooses to have it, that's on her. And that's what I mean with that. Like she's always not financially good provider. But why did it open her legs for her? That's the thing I just never understand about chicks. They'll call a guy a complete deadbeat. He's a deadbeat. He's an a-hole. He never listens to me. He hates my friends. But still gets him high as a washcloth and still opens her freaking legs. And has his kid. Oh my gosh. Like this 101, Tom Likas talk about this shit all the freaking time. It's true. It's all true. These chicks pick the a-holes. They friend zone the nice guys. And then when the a-hole leaves her for someone 10 times younger than her entitled ass, then she lives with, oh, he wasn't financially stable, blah, blah, blah. He was a deadbeat. He was an a-hole. I couldn't control him with my box. But I had his kid anyway. Oh my gosh, man. I wonder if any of these dudes were like us one-on-one students like me, because that's a lot of like us one-on-one shit right here in this one clip. It's just unbelievable. The professor would be proud if you were still on the radio.
So my past is dictating what I want in the future. That's why I want a man that's a provider and a protector, because
You had a man who was a provider and a protector. Let me guess, you divorced him because of all the reasons I just said. Couldn't control him with her box. He didn't. Never listened to her. It was his way or the highway. She couldn't take it, so she took the kid and decided to be strong and independent. And now, all these years later, probably in the 40s, close to 50, I'm guessing, they're looking for a sucker to take up the reins. And now all of a sudden she can't do it by herself. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I haven't had that.
Yeah, no.
But you're trying to come at me like
I
I'm some
understand.
chick that wants a handout. And that's not it at all.
Wait, you have had
Well,
a provider.
Well, okay.
No, I didn't.
actually,
No one
but this
provided for
kinda-
me.
You went on a dinner date that cost like $3,000.
He
3,000. What? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so not only is she like a freaking strong, independent single mom, she's a gold digger. It's another thing that the professor talks about all the time. Now, what kind of idiot went out with this over the hill broad and spent $3,000? He probably didn't get no ass. Probably one of those red pill idiots out there in the YouTube streets. You got no doubt of that, honestly.
he's not paying my bills.
Wait,
I mean he
do you want?
taking me out to dinner something is in it for him, because he's
He's not doing it because he wants to be your friend, you dumb bimbo.
enjoying the dinner also. He's not
Wait,
paying
what's
my
in it?
bills.
What's in-
What the hell is he paying $3,000 for? We just want to go to dinner for. This chick is clueless.
Not
It's
my
for him.
provider.
Wait, what's in it for him?
Oh, he loved it. He loved companionship. He says to this
You get-
day,
but-
it's his
but
best.
he-
the best-
Companionship. He wants to get between your thighs, you dummy. Of course, he went about the wrong way. He did have to spend a dime on your entitled ass. But, oh, goodness. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Wow. I mean, there's a lot of chicks like that out there, just like her. Who want to spend this, do this, jump through this hoop, get along with all my stupid friends, except her male orbiters and all those other nonsense, and maybe you'll get some ass. Maybe you won't. More than likely you won't. If you do none of that, chances of getting laid are pretty high. Because once you understand your value as a dude, you never fall for any of this nonsense. $3,000 or $30,000?
Dinner date that cost like $3,000.
Oh wait, it's probably one of those passport dudes. Probably decide to fly out there to Los Angeles. Like, oh my god, these Western chicks are terrible. Let me go to Los Angeles and spend $3,000. Hopefully, get some ass. And he got none.
He's not paying my bills.
Wait,
I mean, that
You know, somehow I doubt that. You spent that much on dinner. There's no way she doesn't have wrapped around her finger. He's definitely doing something. Like, she's lying about something. She's definitely lying about something.
he
you, wait, you
take
want,
it, taking me out to dinner isn't something is in it for him because he's enjoying the dinner also. He's not
wait,
paying
what's
my
in it,
bills.
what's
He's
in
not
it
my
for him?
provider.
Wait, what's in it for him?
Oh, he loved it. He loved companionship. He says to
You
this
get,
day,
but,
it's his
but
best,
he
the best
gets
meal.
that and you get that.
Yeah.
So, but him paying for the dinner is one directional.
That's his choice. He's also
Wait, is that
older
your
guy.
expectation? You want to meet a guy who's willing to be a provider?
Yeah.
You want to meet a guy?
Told you, she's looking for a sucker. She's just using the word provider because she wants to be able to control his ass. That's how she got some guy to pay $3,000 for freaking dinner with no ass as a side dessert.
To pay for your bills.
Yeah. I mean, share and
Look at his face. I told you, she's looking for a sucker. Only a sucker would pay $3,000 for this old ass broad. We're way past the wall.
the responsibility with me, so it's not
No, but you
all
said
on
pay
my
for your
shoulder.
bills.
Share in the responsibility with me.
So what?
Brian?
90%, 10%?
I don't know what the percentage is, but we would mutually figure it out based on.
No, no. She's gonna be the one making the rules. Some guy that pays $3,000 for a freaking dinner ain't in control. She did something to get him to do that shit. She's got whoever to do the city it is out to run her finger, and she's gonna be calling the shots because you can get some guy to pay that kind of freaking money for dinner, but not get anything else out of it. She'll probably persuade him to go out on like 2, 3, 4 quote unquote dates and give him nothing but a kiss of the cheek at the end of the night. That's the type of chick she is. Tell you that right now.
And
Well,
our
it's
goals
going to be at least be 50%.
based on our goals. And
Yeah,
what-
so it's
And her goal is to get a sucker. She clearly found already with the guy to go to dinner.
at least going to be 50%. At least.
why would you say that? What's at least 50?
Well, I mean, you say, I don't know what the percentage is of how much it is that I expect this guy to contribute who I want to take care of me, but it's at least going to be half, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. So, I mean, if it's at least going to be 50%, then he's taking 50% of the financial burden off of you. So that's why the question keeps on coming up. Well,
Mhm.
what is it that you're bringing that's so great that should eliminate 50% of the financial burden that had nothing to do with this person who takes it off of you that you created for you?
She ain't bringing nothing. She's got a kid from no dude's balls. And she's entitled. And she's a boss chick. She ain't bringing nothing. And she's probably over the hill. She ain't bringing shit.
Well, because men of my generation feel like a man by providing for their woman.
Make your partner.
So
And-
you think that the thing that you bring to the table is that you're going to let them feel like a man
Sure.
by providing for you?
But also everything else that I bring to the table,
Such as
Which is
which is exactly everything I discussed earlier.
yeah,
Being-
but you think
name one thing. Name one thing.
that those compensate for the 50% that he brings to alleviate this financial burden that you want to get out from under? Because that seems to be like your
I-
main thing, right?
I
Is-
don't have a financial burden. It's not like I have.
You got a kid from another freaking dude. That's a financial burden. No man wants to take on that type of leverage, that type of burden on his shoulders. Brother's like fucking out of her ass.
thousands of dollars of debt. I have over
But
an
you said
800
it's your
credit score.
wait, hang on. You said it's your primary motivation that you want a man to provide for you so that you don't have, quote, all of the burden on my shoulders.
Yes, I want to feel like a woman. I want to be back into. I want to feel.
See, she went from being strong and independent to now she wants a man to be the quote unquote provider. When she had one that fathered her kid, who was clearly not in the picture anymore, divorced or whatever. Now she's looking for a sucker. Keep saying it. She's looking for a sucker. Some guy that's not masculine like the guy that father kid clearly was. Some guy she can control and manipulate to do what she wants him to do, like spend $3,000 on a freaking dinner. Provider is just a code word she's using for sucker.
Like a woman.
Okay, so if he's eliminating this burden off of your shoulders, it's the financial burden.
It's also the emotional support. It's the partnership. It's having your sexy best
Yeah,
friend.
And someone to take care of her freaking big headed kid. Not forget that. Who looks like another dude, by the way.
You said in a quote, I want him to provide for me to take the burden off of my shoulders. So if he's
Yes.
providing
I want to feel provided
and
for.
he's
Yes.
handing you money, what is the burden he's taking off your shoulders? The financial burden. How could it be anything other than that? If that's the primary goal, the primary reasoning here is I want him to eliminate this burden. The burden is the financial burden, right?
No, it's actually the burden of not having a partner my whole life.
She had a partner. And whatever reason she dropped him or he dropped her and left her with the kid. So now, again, looking for a sucker. Some guy that's not aware of her entitledness. Some guy she can manipulate and control. But she keeps using the word partner. She doesn't want to be exposed as being the controlling chick she is. It's that simple. She's at that stage where she's not going to listen to a man. She's never going to take a man's leadership at her age. So I'm guessing mid 40s. She's that age definitely don't want to be told what to do no more since she's done all this stuff all by herself apparently. So the only thing left for her to do is find a sucker. She uses the word partner to cover up for the fact that she's looking for someone to control.
At 52 years old.
Okay, so
I knew it. She's in her 50s. Case in point. Ain't no 50-year-old girl that's going to be taking orders from no man. She ain't going to submit. She ain't going to be where she needs to be in order to get that man. If you got some guy to pay $3,000 and her entitled ass for dinner, she ain't going to take in no orders from nobody.
So are you gonna
Not
marry
having.
a poor? Are you gonna marry a poor man you have to take care of?
Sorry, there was a
One
motorcycle.
more time, Andrew.
Are you gonna marry a poor man that you have to take care of?
No, I already
No.
did that.
Yeah, no,
I already
right?
did that.
So you want to marry a man who you said, quote, takes me to Europe and retires with me.
Well, or I'll move to Europe and I'll meet a man out there.
Yeah, sure, but you still want him to take the financial burden off your shoulders, right? I mean, clearly you don't want a poor man.
I do not want a poor man.
Yeah. So why don't you want a poor man? Because you want him to quote provide for you, correct?
Because I've been taking care of everything my whole life, the financial
She
burden.
doesn't want to admit it. She doesn't want to admit it. She's over the hill. Dude's probably looking at her no more. 'Cause in Los Angeles, there's like 1,000 young hot pieces of ass around all over the place. You know, we look at a 50-year-old broad with a kid. Nobody. Unless you're just looking for a quick piece of ass, which she's probably not going to give up anyway. So the only thing left for her to do is try to reel in some sucker that doesn't know any better. Maybe he's not aware of her kid or something. From the dude. Maybe she convinces him, maybe she gives him some ass. Maybe convinces him to be a good stepdaddy. Meanwhile, the other guy's still in the picture somewhere. He's somewhere out there. She followed the kid. She said they got joint custody, so he's still he's still out there. If he ever came back, she'd definitely get back with him. If he came down there, because he's the father of her kid. And that connection was always going to be there. Connection's always going to be there. Doesn't matter what she says. Like every time, it's like, here's the thing that dudes would need to know. Like, she's talking, she's probably lying about something. And just put that in like the back of your mind. She's probably lying if she's talking. Tell you, like, chicks are good at being chameleons. I think it's just hardwired into them. Because I've experienced this exact thing. Well, not obviously not. I don't mess with single moms, but the whole like she's gonna try and manipulate some guy into being a quote unquote provider, as she says, which is her way of saying a sucker that she can control. Maybe with the false promise of scattered ass, get him in the door. Because most dudes ain't gonna give him a 50-year-old dude chick. Especially if he's younger. If he's older, then maybe he'll fall for it. I guess maybe if he has his own kid, then he can do whatever. Younger dude ain't gonna give him a 50-year-old chick. Yeah, that ain't gonna. Could be attracted to an older broad, by the way. But the most likely she's gonna get. The only chance she really has is getting with a dude at maybe her age bracket, maybe a little bit older, but she'd probably be repulsed by that idea because she probably thinks she's a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. She's more like a 5.5. Her being the boss baby is lowers, gives her like less and less points, at least in my eyes. Just going by this clip here. I'm like, yeah. These chicks are out there. They're the type of broad that society tells them that they can have it all. And this is what she wound up with.